All right, folks, thanks for joining us today. We're going to have a roundtable discussion on why people are switching to voice over IP, from the carrier level to manufacturers and benefits of the customer level and things of that nature. So, let's look at it first from a carrier perspective. We see a lot of people switching over to IP or running fiber for their connections or phone service today from that level, because the older analog lines are, they're getting old, they're high cost to maintain.
Well, they're very expensive to install. In fact, Jeremy, this is a 100-pair cable that it's all over the ground from AT&T years and years ago. And so this is, like I said, 100 pair. So originally this would have been 100 phone lines, or I think you told me earlier, equivalent of a 75 meg connection with this big cable here. Or we've got this little bitty pair of fiber right here that will run at 10 gig, depending on the distance, which obviously is like 50 of these.
Right, and voice as well.
And voice as well, that's right. So
it
makes so much more sense to look at the new technology in fiber rather than it does to keep putting copper in the ground.
Absolutely.
One of the other things too is audio quality. Audio quality on analog lines is deteriorating as the copper does. Audio quality on VoIP, if the connection is good, is actually better than the traditional audio because you're actually getting a wider spectrum. And it's much cleaner. You don't have the interference. You don't have the static.
That's right, yeah. And the fiber is a lot faster, as well. But you're right that with the deterioration of it, you're going to be getting those breaks and
the hums and the pops.
Right, exactly.
And the hums and the pops. How about the mamas?
Anybody that's ever seen AT&T on the side of the road with their box open with all the phone wires coming in, and this has about 1,000 pairs of these wires spread out everywhere in a big rat's nest, and they're trying to look at what's what. And
or you can go to the new ones we put together, and it's a nice clean patch panel. You just plug it in. That's
absolutely.
Well, and also, we've heard those rumors that the carriers, AT&T and so forth, are going to be doing away with the analog lines for that very reason, because of the expense of maintaining the circuitry and so forth.
Yeah, and in that scenario, you're actually switching to VoIP, and then they're delivering it as an analog. So if you're already switching to VoIP anyway, what's the difference?
When they deliver it to your building.
Creature comfort.
Yep.
Yeah, they're doing that because your old phone system can't handle voice over IP, so they're actually having to put a gateway in place because they're bringing in an IP, switching it to PRI or analog lines, and then switching it that way.
Most people don't even realize that that's happening.
That's right, yeah. So now, that was from the carrier point of view. Let's kind of look at it from the internal point of view as a business owner and what kind of benefits and things you can get of it. One of the big benefits that we see, and I have a lot of customers tell me, is management. Especially if you have a lot of locations. You guys know one of my customers, they have 65 locations, and we put them on to launch VoIP, our hosted phone system. And they went from calling the provider, Charter or AT&T or Comcast, wherever it was in that day, and forwarding lines from store to store every other day because they're not in those stores each and every day. And it took them 30 minutes to an hour each morning, So today they have one location that they can go into the portal. They can do drop-down boxes real nice and easy, and it takes them about 10 minutes to switch all of their stores over to where it needs to ring to. So management was huge for them.
So they have better control, and it's cheaper.
It saved them almost $30,000 a year.
Oh wow!
So it was huge for them.
Well, and I know that another of the benefits is the ability to, well, quite frankly, pick up a phone and go wherever you want. If you have to work from home, let's say you've got someone who needs to go on maternity leave, but they want to be able to continue to work.
That's right.
They can take their phone with them to their house, and if you have some type of internet connection, they can actually accept calls and continue to work.
Telecommuting is the future. More and more people, more and more places, they're allowing a mobile workforce. I mean, you can work from the coffee shop, you can work from home. The more you offer that, that's actually a way to get better employees.
Oh yeah, you don't have to have that brick and mortar for the staff.
It's saving them a ton of money on workspace. They can come in and have a conference room when they need to, whatever the case is with that. So Yeah, remote workers is definitely the way of the future. You know, along with remote workers, too, the mobile app, the Launch VoIP Click Connect's mobile app is a great way to stay in touch. You know, for somebody, especially all of us, you know, we're not in the office all the time. You know, so if
Well, let's hope not.
You know, yeah, we're supposed to be out selling, so. When we're out, we can actually be part of the phone system as if we were at our desk with the Click Connect's mobile app. So, I mean, we can join conference calls. We can put the business in the night mode if we absolutely have to, you know, should inclement weather be coming in. Things like that, 3-digit dialing.
Yep,
you
and
know?
that's, you know, the point is that you're not just forwarding out to your cell phone. You are actually installing a client on your cell phone to function as an extension of your business.
That's right. That's right. So if somebody from the inside of the office dials my extension 226, it's going to ring my cell phone just as if I was sitting at my desk. So it's really, really nice.
Yep.
And I can transfer calls if that happens and things.
And you've got all the basic features and many advanced features that you expect from PBXs today, whether it's the Find Me, Follow Me, the voicemail to email, the unified messaging type scenarios, now voicemail to text, which is really cool. The ability to have ACDs and do queue ups, and then to get reports based on what's going on in those groups.
Absolutely.
You know, really nice.
Absolutely. Yeah, like you said, ACD, the call reporting. You know, one thing I want to step back on features as well, and we covered this in depth in another video, is the Find Me, Follow Me feature. And the mobile app, you know, a lot of people, they want to use that as a failover. It's not just a feature to find, I want that call to find me, but we can use that as a failover as well should that internet connection go down like we talked about
That's right,
earlier.
yep.
You know, we can have it set to go to a cell phone because remember, this is in the cloud. This is not on premise.
Right.
It's still up and it's still working. It's not there. So,
Yeah,
And
ultimate disaster recovery right there.
yeah,
It is.
absolutely.
And when you even with all these things bundled together, like we talked about, generally we're still able to bring it at very cost effective.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
anywhere between not always, but most of the time we're talking about 25 to 30%, maybe 35% savings over what they're doing today.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so that's huge.
That's right. You know, there's a big benefit to going to this, and that's why everybody is trending towards VoIP in the telecom industry, is because of the benefits of it. I mean, on the carrier side, it's cheaper for them. They don't have all this maintenance. Really, it's just about bringing customers under that same belief system that VoIP is actually the way of the future. That's the way it's
coming.
moving. It's coming, and
It's actually here.
It's here,
just
right.
How quickly are we all going to switch to it?
When you talked about the cost savings, it comes from so many sides, whether it's the trunk sides, you know, from the carriers, or it's the infrastructure. We talked about in another video again, the cost of the cabling and the cost of switches. You already have those. You already have those for your data network, for your computers. So let's just plug into it and take advantage of them. So there's a lot of potential for savings.
That's right.
And of course, ease of management, like you talked about.
Right. You know, and also a benefit too is if you can have features that your older phone system didn't have, or maybe it did, but it cost you a ton of money to get, like call reporting, for example. You know, that was a big ticket item on some of these older PBXs, to where it's just a feature that you get today, even ACD and stuff like that. So if customers can take advantage of these upgraded benefits, they can, you know, their customers can get a hold of them a lot quicker and more efficient. Their staff is working more efficient, and it's a win-win for everybody involved.
It is, I agree.
You know, so. Well, thanks for joining us today. We just wanted to do a quick overview, kind of a roundtable discussion, and you know, kind of the facts and features about hosted voice over IP. Take a look at other videos that we've done. Go to www.mastor.com and take a look at those videos. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.